everyone. Ken Shreve with you here on TFNN. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing. For new listeners, just a reminder, my show airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. You can download my show anytime as a podcast on iTunes as well. Another way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Just type in tfnn.mobi and you can listen to the stream that way as well. The number to use to get through, talk about this market, is 877-927-6648. 877-927-6648. And let's see, what else? Don't forget, Tiger Dollar promotion at TFNN ends tomorrow. So you have just a little while longer to take advantage of the Tiger Dollar promotion. Basically, you purchase $250 or more of Tiger Dollars, and TFNN will add a 30% match to your Tiger Dollar balance. Quick way to make 30% on your money. You can use Tiger Dollars to purchase a variety of premium services at TFNN. And if you take advantage of this offer, you also get free access to Tom O'Brien's Tiger Gartley and Butterfly Patterns webinar for 30 days. So that promotion ends tomorrow. And just a reminder, check out Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN. I'm going to be going over some charts on today's show. If you want to look at those charts right along with me, just tune in to Channel 1 on Tiger TV. And the show is archived on Channel 13 in Tiger TV. So let's take a look and see what we got going on in this market. A little bit of volume behind today's gains. That's good to see. Right now, we have stocks, looks like they're pretty much up close to session highs, with the Dow up 190 points, 1.6% to 12,027. The NASDAQ outperforming a little bit, up 51 points, 1.9% to 2691. And the S&P 500 up 20.5 points, 1.7% to 1258. We do have a little bit of a volume push on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ today. Yesterday, volume on the New York Stock Exchange was below average at about 950 million shares. Looks like it's on pace to come in about 10 to 15% higher today. NASDAQ volume yesterday was about average at 1.9 billion. We also have NASDAQ volume tracking a little bit higher today. So a little bit of conviction behind the buying today. Boy, it's not that long ago the market opened Monday. Not a great day for stocks. On Tuesday, we really had a pretty significant day of distribution in the market. Big rush of trading volume on both exchanges. But then, these volatile market times, you see buyers come back into the market yesterday and coming back in with conviction today. Hard to keep up with all the headlines out of Europe, whether or not this referendum is going to happen in Greece. It seems like the Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou, how long he's going to hold on to his job there remains in question. Is Greece going to leave the EU? Are they going to stay? Just very fluid headlines coming out of Greece, but I think a big part of today's rally in the U.S. Major averages is a surprise rate cut by the European Central Bank. The ECB cut its main interest rate by 25 basis points to 1.25%. Under new head Mario Draghi. So Mario Draghi is the new person in charge at the ECB, and he surprised the market a little bit by cutting interest rates, and stocks are cheering that. Folks, I did not mention, and I normally do at the top of the show, I've been very busy with my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio in recent days. I now have, I believe, 10 stocks in my model portfolio. If you're interested in what I've been buying, you can check out a 2-week trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks on the homepage of TFNN. Just click, you'll see me right in the carousel there on the homepage, or you can click on the newsletters tab right along the top of the page. Click on newsletters, and then after that click on investment newsletters, and you can get a trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks. But swimming with the market tide right now, it's very hard to still get a read on this market. I think, like I've been saying in recent shows, overall I'm optimistic about a year-end rally. I still think there's money on the sidelines, more of it coming into the market today. A lot of fund managers out there, a lot of institutional investors, a lot of hedge fund managers as well that have lagged the market pretty badly this year, and this is the time where I think they're going to want to juice up their portfolios, try to catch up with the market, maybe get into some of these growth names, and I think that could generally provide a bid for stocks into the end of the year. But I don't have my head in the stand either. I know that tomorrow, for example, we've got the jobs report. Who knows what kind of headline could come out of Europe? No one, frankly, would be surprised if we wake up one morning to futures down 1.5%, 2%. So really, the next headline for the market is going to be the jobs report tomorrow morning, the October employment report. We're expecting non-farm payrolls to increase anywhere from 85,000 to 100,000, pretty similar to what we saw in September. Remember, the September jobs report had pretty good news. Job growth came in almost double expectations, right around 103,000. Unemployment rate is still at 9.1%. That's not good. And, really job growth of 100,000 is not going to cut it. We really want to eventually see job growth get up to that 250,000 monthly gain, and we are still most likely several months away from that. But if we can start to see some stability in job growth, hopefully we'll see a decent number tomorrow, similar to what we saw last month when, again, the economy created about 103,000 jobs. Expectations were about for 75,000, something like that. So hopefully we see a good number tomorrow. Let's not forget about Groupon. Groupon is going to be pricing tonight. The IPO market's going to see a little bit of a fanfare when Groupon starts trading tomorrow. It's going to trade under the ticker symbol GRPN. Company is offering 30 million shares at a proposed range of $16 to $18. Pretty good bet that it's probably going to price a little bit higher than that tonight. If it prices at say $19 a share, it's going to give the value give Groupon a value of about $12 billion. If it prices at $20 a share, it would value Groupon at about $12.7 billion. So we will see. We will see. It's how Groupon opens tomorrow. It certainly has been a rocky road for Groupon ahead of the IPO tomorrow. You'll remember that the company's chief operating officer walked out after 5 months on the job several months ago, and then there have been some questions about how the company's accounting practices. I think they've cleaned up most of that, but big thing at Groupon is huge year-over-year revenue growth. The company is not profitable yet, but it is a widely anticipated IPO, so we'll see how Groupon trades tomorrow. I haven't gone over the charts yet. I've had this chart of the NASDAQ composite here up in Tiger TV for quite some time, and I do not have a chart. I would have had a chart for Groupon up, but since it hasn't started trading yet, we don't have a chart for that. But let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Mentioned that the NASDAQ is outperforming today, up close to 2%. Really, you have to question: is the NASDAQ going to be able to break out over this swing point set several days ago at 27.53? There is a little bit of volume behind the NASDAQ's gain today. Certainly, it is not out of the question. There's a lot of uncertainty still in the market, but if we get a good jobs report tomorrow and money continues to come into this market, certainly a breakout for the NASDAQ over its recent high here of 27.53 is not out of the question at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500 while we're at it. We're going to see a similar swing point in the S&P 500. The price point here we're going to be watching is 1292. That's its intraday high set in this area here. Mentioned that volume on the New York Stock Exchange today is tracking about 10 to 15% higher than Wednesday's level. So good, little bit of conviction behind the buying today. That's good to see. Taking a look at oil prices. Oil up 1.7% today to $94.07 a barrel. I don't have any exposure to the energy sector yet in my model portfolio. There are several interesting names out there with good fundamentals and technicals. Again, that's a key component, a key part of my strategy when I'm buying stocks for my model portfolio and writing about growth stocks in general. I like to look at stocks with good, clean balance sheets, good earnings and sales growth in recent quarters that are showing relative price strength in the market, and some oil and gas producers I'm watching currently. One would be Gulfport energy. Yesterday, the company announced fantastic earnings. Gulfport explores for oil and natural gas in the Louisiana Gulf Coast and also the Permian Basin, which is a part of West Texas and southeastern New Mexico, oil-rich areas of the United States. But Gulfport yesterday announced a 104% rise in quarterly profit, while sales were up a big amount, 74% year over year to $58.1 million. So Gulfport is an interesting name here. As you can see, stock is up 5% today to $35.22, coming very close here to its prior high. I think that's right around the $37 price level. But you know, what you have with Gulfport is a good double bottom breakout. You can see the start of the base back here in August. It came down, hit a low here, started to rally back up, came back down. Notice how this low undercut the prior low set back here. And again, folks, when I'm going over charts, you can look at these charts right with me, along with me at Tiger TV on the homepage of TFNN.com. But you had two legs down, then the stock has rallied back, and you see a nice breakout in recent days on strong earnings. But Gulfport is not a widely held name. It's not an energy or oil and gas producer that is widely known. It has a market cap of close to $2 billion, but excellent fundamentals, good fund sponsorship, excellent return on equity. There's a lot to like about this company from a fundamental and technical perspective. Let's also take a look at another somewhat speculative name in the oil and gas space. This is Kodiak Oil and Gas. Now, it's speculative for a few reasons. First of all, it's a stock that's priced under $10 a share. It's up close to 2% today to $7.18, but there is a very compelling growth story going on at Kodiak Oil and Gas. It also has a fair amount of mutual fund ownership, which is important to me. It's a big part of what a big criteria I use to pick a stock. I want to make sure that the institutional sponsorship is solid. There are about 200 mutual funds that already have a position in Kodiak Oil and Gas. Mutual funds tend to avoid stocks under 10, but if growth is right and the company is firing on all cylinders, it's not surprising to see stocks under 10 garner their share of mutual fund ownership, and Kodiak Oil and Gas has it. It is a small cap stock, but fundamentals are outstanding here. Kodiak has a market cap of about $1.5 billion. Earnings are due after the close today. They explore for oil and gas in the Rocky Mountain, Williston, and Green River basins of the Rocky Mountains. Earnings expected to be up 500% from a year ago to 6 cents a share, with sales up 400% year over year to $34.9 million. So I think there's good potential at this small cap oil and gas firm. Kodiak Oil and Gas will be watching earnings after the close from here. You're listening to Breakout Investing, folks, on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Going into the last break, we were talking about Kodiak Oil and Gas, a small-cap oil and gas producer that looks interesting ahead of earnings after the close today. It is speculative, and I've never been a big fan of buying a stock ahead of earnings, but I think there's a good chance we could see good numbers from Kodiak after the close. Another thing I wanted to mention is that since the stock has been in rally mode since the beginning of the month, basically, or beginning of October, when the market started to rally sharply off its lows. But one thing you do see with Kodiak is a lot of above-average volume price gains as it has worked its way higher. And that's good to see. That does tell me that there's some big money coming into this stock, and it's important to see as a stock builds the right side of its base. So good signs of accumulation in Kodiak Oil and Gas ahead of earnings after the close. We'll see what the numbers look like. So that's my take on oil. Mentioned Gulfport Energy, GPOR, another oil and gas producer, acting pretty well. Before we went into the last break, let's take a look at gold. Gold for December delivery today. Another big day for gold, up $35.50, just over 2%. To $17.65.10 an ounce at the New York Merc. That's the highest close since September 21st, I think I read. So gold definitely finding a bid. When you look at the GLD, the Spider Gold Trust, which tracks the price of gold bullion by 1/10, a lot of distribution on the way down here between September and October, and the recent rally, it hasn't been a whole lot of volume in the GLD behind the recent rally. So when you get these these big downdrafts in heavy volume followed up by low volume rallies, it does give me reason for pause. Not seeing a whole lot of conviction behind the buying in the GLD recently, but that said, it is back above its 50-day moving average. The GLD today is up 1.6% to 171.84. Another another popular gold ETF that's been getting some play lately is the Market Vectors Gold Miners. That's the GDX. That fund is up a little better than the GLD today, up close to 2.7% to 61.55. It's also back above its 50-day moving average. The GDX Gold Miners ETF holds names like Barrick Gold, ABX, Goldcore, GG, Newmont Mining, NEM, all high-quality gold names, and also Randgold Resources is in the top 10 holdings of the GDX, and Randgold Resources recently reported outstanding earnings. There's a look at Randgold right there. Company has mining operations in mostly in Africa, but a good, strong breakout in shares of Randgold Resources this week. Earnings, when they reported, I believe it was just yesterday, or I think it was yesterday morning, earnings were up 342% from a year ago to $1.15 a share. In the year ago quarter, it earned, I think it was it 20? Anyway, earnings were up 342% year over year. Yeah, they earned 26 cents a share in the year ago quarter. So big growth at Randgold Resources. Revenues were up 167% year over year to about $309 million. So shares of Randgold Resources doing well. Good technical breakout in this name. Stock is up 4% today to 118.35. So gold stocks working here. Economic data today pretty quiet ahead of the jobs report tomorrow. We had weekly jobless claims. They fell a bit more than expected to 397,000. They're now below the psychological 400,000 level, so that's good news ahead of the jobs data tomorrow. And again, the payroll data tomorrow, job growth expected to be anywhere from 85,000 to 100,000 jobs. Lost in the shuffle today. We got our headlines in Greece and just all these different things going on in the market, but many of the nation's retailers reported same-store sales results for the month of October. According to the International Council of Shopping Centers, a tally of 25 retailers overall, October same-store sales rose 3.7% from a year ago. 13 out of 19 retailers missed October sales estimates, so more than half. That's not good, according to Thomson Reuters. You had names like Costco, Macy's, Saks, Target, all came in below expectations, but take a look at shares of Costco because they missed, but it really wasn't a big miss at all. Here's a look at Costco. Technically still a very healthy stock. Good fundamentals, good technicals, typical of a type of large cap retailer that I would target for my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. Shares of Costco today up 11 cents to 84.54. Same store sales in October up 9%. That's a pretty strong number, slightly below the estimate of 9.2%. Macy's same-store sales there up 2.2% versus an estimate of 3.6%, and Limited Brands up 6% versus an estimate of 6.2%. So overall, the numbers weren't too bad. We come back, folks, we'll take a look at some earnings. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks. Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you. Looks like we are strengthening nicely into the close here. I mentioned earlier that there's a little bit of volume push behind the volume on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ today, currently tracking about 10% higher than Wednesday's level, so that's good to see. A little bit of conviction behind the buying. We had that surprise interest rate cut by the European Central Bank, and the situation in Greece has not resolved itself yet by any means. There's a confidence vote tomorrow. Don't forget over George Papandreou's fate. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, with about 25 minutes left to go in Thursday's session, the Dow right at its session high, up 215 points, 1.8% to 12,050. The NASDAQ now up 2.2%. That's about 58 points to 2697, and the S&P 500 also up close to 2%, up 24 points to 1261. Before we went into the last break, talking about same-store sales data from many of the nation's retailers. No real standout news, but did not want to neglect Ross Stores, which has been an outstanding performer. The discount retailer was actually one of the few retailers that actually came in above expectations in terms of same-store growth. Same-store sales grew 5% in October. Estimates were for a gain of 3%. The company also raised its earnings guidance for the current quarter. Shares of Ross up 2.7% today to $88.96. Now, the thing about Ross Stores is that this is a stock that recently staged a good technical breakout over $82.98. That was the intraday high set right here in September. So you had that good breakout in heavy volume. This is an example, and every once in a while on my show I like to remind people, especially those that like to buy strength, buy high-quality stocks that are moving higher, that you do not want to chase stocks when they become too extended. And Ross Stores right now is an extended stock. So it's not a stock that interests me at all right now at its current price level at $88.96. Now, when it broke out over $82.98 back in early October, that was a good breakout in heavy volume. Would have been a good buy there, but right now it is extended too far past that entry point. So just looking at Ross Stores, great same-store sales results earlier today, but it is a stock that is extended in price, and one, as a result, that does not interest me right now. Some earnings reports. Let's go ahead and take a look at Fusion IO. In a video I did yesterday over at TFNN, I told people I was going to be watching earnings at this company closely. Fusion IO is a recent new issue in the market, and new issues are definitely worth paying attention to. I typically, as I said, I like to watch a new issue trade for several weeks, let it develop a trading personality before I consider a buy. But Fusion IO is having a very good breakout today. Stock came public back in, when was it? Back in June at $19 a share. Stock is up close to 12% today to $35.81. Good breakout. It's still flirting with its prior high of $36.98, but good strong volume, good accumulation in this stock ahead of the earnings today. Fusion IO basically makes this next generation storage technology for enterprise, for really original equipment manufacturers. Basically makes a storage memory platform that allows customers to decentralize data on their servers, which helps them improve processing capabilities on their servers. So it's a money saver. They save on hardware costs, but profit at FIO just enormous. They earned 15 cents a share. Expectations were for 3 or 5 cents, something like that. Sales were up 175% year over year to 74.4 million. Big short position in this stock, probably some short covering, but I wouldn't be surprised if big investors were in there buying as well today. You're listening to Breakout Investing, folks, on TFNN. We'll be right back.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. Hi folks, my name is Steve Rhodes, partner at Tiger Metal Exchange. When Tom O'Brien and I started Tiger Metal Exchange, it was with one mission in mind, to help you avoid getting ripped off when converting your jewelry to cash. If you're looking to convert your jewelry to cash, then log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Take 30 seconds and request your free kit today. Get your free scale, get your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry. Our payouts are more than double our largest competitors, and we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. The Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Before we went into break, talking about fantastic earnings from recent new issue Fusion IO. Stock is having a big day, and really there have been quite a bit of earnings reports that investors are cheering today. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla Motors, TSLA. And again, you can look at charts right along with me on Tiger TV, Channel 1, right on the homepage of TFNN.com. But Tesla Motors is based in Palo Alto, California, same city where Stanford University is located, but Tesla is a electric car maker. They reported earnings late Wednesday. The company is not profitable yet. They're probably going to be profitable 2013, 2014 in that area, but story here is great top-line growth. They are selling a lot of product. A nice breakout today, over $30.44. Shares of Tesla up close to 10% today to $31.47. And I'm going to swing over and just take a look at a weekly chart of Tesla Motors, so you can take a look at the good solid base breakout today. And here's the weekly chart of Tesla. You can see the swing point over here of $30.44. But stock having a very good day today. Again, up big to $31.47. Very strong volume in Tesla today. They lost 55 cents a share. That was a little better than expected. Revenue came in much higher than expected. Sales rose 85% from a year ago to $57.7 million. The estimate was for sales of $47.28 million. The company did say it's on target to begin delivering its Model S sedans next year. I believe they're already sold out. And Tesla also makes this electric sports car, very fast, called the Roadster. It is very pricey. It costs more than $100,000, that car, but the sales of the Roadster in the third quarter rose 22% from a year ago to 184 units. So they are selling that car as well. In addition, more headlines out of Tesla. In the earnings report, the company also announced a new tentative agreement to supply batteries and motors for an electric car from Mercedes-Benz. So really like Tesla here. Good solid breakout today, and very, very nice earnings from that company as well. Moving on, taking a look at Rackspace Hosting. This is a company scheduled to report earnings on Monday. Okay, shares of Rackspace having a good day today, up 4.3% to 42.06. And Rackspace basically operates in the hosting and cloud computing industry. The company manages web-based IT systems for small and medium-sized businesses. Rackspace acting very well ahead of earnings. Growth prospects very, very bright at Rackspace. It's a high multiple stock, but worthy of a high multiple because of really good growth prospects. Again, they report on Monday. Earnings are expected to be up 56% from a year ago to 14 cents a share. Sales up 31% to $261.6 million. Another name to keep an eye on Monday because of earnings would be institutional darling Priceline. Shares of Priceline up 3.5% today to $510.60. 74 cents a share. Still a little bit of technical damage here in Priceline. I think a lot of the recent weakness in Priceline, you know, you have a lot of stocks breaking out to new high ground and a lot of technically healthy stocks, basically stocks flexing their muscle. Priceline has moved off its lows nicely and having a pretty good session today, but I think there's a big Europe overhang for Priceline because it has been a good area of growth for the company, and investors are worrying that problems in Europe could weigh on results Monday. But I would not be surprised at all to see a very, very strong quarter from Priceline on Monday. They do have a tendency to beat estimates by a wide margin. Very well-run company, but earnings at Priceline on Monday expected to rise 74% from a year ago to $9.30 a share. Sales up 41% to $1.4 billion. And again, I've mentioned it on the show before, but for a company with a market cap of $25 billion to look at the top line and bottom line growth in recent quarters for Priceline, it really is a sight to behold. Very well run company here, very tough company to bet against. So see what earnings look like from Priceline. Earnings news, not all good today. We had Whole Foods Market. It's been a very, very strong performer in the market, but it is a stock that's held to a very high standard as far as grocery stores go. It always sells at a high multiple, but stock is off its session low. It's down $1.45, 2% today to $69.11. It hit an intraday low of $66.44, so it is trading in the near the top of its range today. But earnings at Whole Foods Market up 27% from a year ago to 42 cents a share. Sales up 12% to $2.35 billion. But again, high multiple stock. You really have to deliver the goods, and your outlook has to be great. So the results just lukewarm at Whole Foods Market. Of course, Whole Foods operates natural and organic food supermarkets. So decent numbers from Whole Foods today, but not good enough. Let's also take a look at shares of Ralph Lauren. Last I checked, they were under pressure. Whole Foods. Ralph Lauren is scheduled to report earnings next week as well. After recent weakness, it's also up near its session high, kind of trying to rally back with the market here. Shares of Polo Ralph Lauren down 1.8% to $157.81. It hit an intraday low of $150.02 a share, but earnings due next week from Polo Ralph Lauren. That's ticker RL on the New York Stock Exchange. Earnings, not expected to be up that much, up 7% from a year ago. Sales up 20% to $1.084 billion, and Polo Ralph Lauren had a recent breakout over 154.62, and it's still holding above that buy point, but shares under a little bit of pressure today ahead of earnings next week. So that's where we're at in terms of earnings today. There was one other, a couple of other stocks here we can take a look at. Estee Lauder, big numbers from Estee Lauder, big gap up for the stock today. You can see shares up 17.5% today to $118.45. Big old breakout from a nice base for Estee Lauder over 106.42. That was its intraday high set in mid-September, thereabouts. So good day for Estee Lauder. Stick with us, folks. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tomorrow, noon Eastern, join Nico Dahan as he features special guest Dr. Richard London, author of forthcoming books, Doctorate of Business Life, Creating Success and Wealth with No Limits. Also, great language, great life. Communicate to wealth, words, and create miracles in your life. Don't miss this important interview tomorrow, noon Eastern, on Living a Primal Lifestyle with Nico Dahan, right here on TFNN.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make. Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. Now is the time for Tiger Dollars. Purchase $250 or more before November 4th and receive a 30% match. Go to the front page of TFNN.com and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN as we head into the close here. Indices still up near session highs. The NASDAQ up close to 2.2%. Dow and S&P up by almost as much, 1.8, 1.9% in that area. So good session taking. Looks like it's taking shape for stocks today. And again, we'll hope for a good jobs number tomorrow. Hopefully that's going to bring more buyers back into the market. And my overall take on the market, as I've been saying on recent shows, I'm going to stay optimistic about some gains here into the end of the year. I use my growth screens as a big barometer of underlying market health, and from what I'm seeing in my model portfolio and my growth screens in general, really not seeing anything in the way of technical breakdowns. Seeing a lot more good than bad in my screens, and I'm gonna stick with that theme for now. The market tide is flowing positive, and until I start to see meaningful signs of distribution, professional selling in this market, I think that the trend is upward for now, which means it's a time to be looking for profit opportunities. So that's the bottom line there. Again, if you want to see which stocks I've been adding to my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio, you can get a free 2-week trial to my newsletter. It publishes once a week on Tuesday, and then I send out email buy and sell alerts in between, sometimes market updates, but stay in communication with subscribers. My basic strategy is about using fundamental and technical analysis when evaluating a stock. I'm a top-down investor, which means that I pay a lot of attention to overall market health. Like, what are the indexes doing? Are they in uptrends? Are they on downtrends? If they're in uptrends, that's when I tend to be putting money to work, and when I start to see signs of institutional selling, that's not the time I'm trying to catch stocks on sale. Instead, I'm taking profits, moving to cash. So that's my general strategy, and I tend to target the stronger price performers in an industry group, not the weak, sluggish price performers. So a lot of earnings reports coming up after the close today. Some names I'll be watching. Hansen Natural, H-A-N-S. Let's take a look at this company. I was talking with Tom last week on his show about Hansen Natural, saying, I'm just really not a big fan of the stock up here around $90 a share. It has made a monster price move over the past 2-3 years. To me, it looks like the big money has already been made here. Doesn't mean that we're not going to see a very strong company, a very strong quarter from the company when they report, but we'll see what the earnings look like. Earnings are expected to be up 24% to 89 cents a share, with sales up 22% to $463.7 million. Doesn't look bad at all. Technically, it is trading above its 50-day moving average. The stock is up 2.7% today to 90.62, ahead of the results. Hansen Natural, of course, mostly known for its Monster energy drink. That continues to do very well. And let's also take a look at Keynote Systems. This is a speculative tech name, market cap of just over $400 million, but Keynote really looks good here ahead of earnings. Stock is up more than 6% today to $24.98. The company basically provides cloud-based testing, monitoring, and measurement products and services that basically let customers know how their websites are doing, content, application, how these things do on a performance basis. But Keynote Systems expected to earn 29 cents a share. That would be up 89% from a year ago, with sales up 29% to $26.5 million. Also, earnings after the close due from Starbucks and LinkedIn. Coming up next, the Tom O'Brien Show on TFNN from 4 to 6 Eastern. I'll be calling in, as usual, to Tom's show tomorrow on Friday, right around 4:20, 4:25 Eastern. So I'll talk to you then. Don't forget about the Great Panther Silver holiday giveaway at TFNN. Sign up for that for your chance to win a silver coin.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa, with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year